Everyone gets their news from different outlets these days, whether you're watching TV from your home, a physical newspaper, or even your cell phone. It's constantly changing, but for a local paper in Ybor City, it has stayed the same. And this morning we have our 10 Tampa Bay co-anchor, Caitlin Lockerbie, out of the studio and live for us in Ybor City. Caitlin, what can you tell us about this local newspaper?
Hey, Jameson. La Gaceta is more than a century old. It's the nation's only trilingual newspaper in English, Spanish, and Italian, too. The local asset mixes Ybor City's rich history with ongoing politics and community events.
Jennings and myself, he's interviewing me about presidential politics, and Dan Rather interviewing my father about presidential politics. This is Clinton, my father, Mayor Sandy Friedman, Arthenia Joyner.
The pages of La Gaceta newspaper turn back 102 years.
We weren't always trilingual. We started off as a Spanish daily when my grandfather started it back in 1922.
Catering to Cubans and Spaniards, Patrick Mantega's grandfather got his start sharing the news, reading to cigar workers.
Cigar workers had certain rights that they had earned. One was a right to take a certain number of cigars home every day. One was to have coffee service where they sat at, so somebody would bring them coffee. Another was to have somebody that they could hire to read to them. He really converted from reading the news to writing the news.
When Patrick's father took over in the 1950s, the paper added English and Italian.
So with the addition of English, my father started to write about local politics and statewide politics.
The newspaper has leaned into its niche.
We do something small newspapers really don't do, and that's get involved in politics. And our paper has leaned heavily Democratic for a long, long time. We're probably one of the few pro-union newspapers in the state of Florida. If politicians want to get elected, they eventually knock on our door, hope for our endorsement. It's great to look at entertainment news and things like that, but you really might want to know that your garbage rate's going up 50% in the next 5 years, because that's probably going to affect you a lot more than what J-Lo's doing.
Creating decades of familiarity and trust with its readers.
They've been reading my words since 1998.
As for the next page.
And we feel we're a community asset. I think that, Tampa's unique because of places like the Columbia Restaurant, La Gaceta. I know we got a lot of new shiny stuff out there, but a lot of other people have a lot of new shiny stuff. You don't find 102-year-old businesses in a lot of towns.
Really amazing history right in Ybor City. The paper is released on Thursdays. You can sign up for a subscription online anytime. We're back right after the break.